Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We are a cloud nation. We're the United States of the world. We're on a mission to banish poverty. We're an emerging nation. We're excited about where we're going. And we are now in a position where we're expanding our economy to improve the liquidity and value of our currency and benefit all our citizens because they all hold our currency. We accept people from every corner of the world as citizens. There's no obligation, there's no fee, you just come along and register. And once you're registered, you are treated equally with every other citizen. We don't separate you because you're from this country or that country, or tall or short, or fat or thin, or old or young, or male or female, or anything else. We just see every citizen as a human being, unique, because all human beings are unique. So having something unique to offer our community, and therefore of equal value to every other member of our community. And it's a wonderful non-separatist ideology, and we'll have a little affirmation in a moment to help us with that. Before that affirmation, we'll have a very short prayer to help us all find what we really truly seek in life. And that's happiness, not to be confused with pleasure. Pleasure refers to the short-term thrill you get from the new car, going on a date, a party, whatever it may be. True happiness is that inner, ever-new bliss, the joy that can't be destroyed, and you can't buy that. There are a lot of people with a lot of money still missing something. They don't know what it is, and they don't know how to get it. They go after more money, more cars, more homes, more everything. But they're still missing true happiness. And the only way you can get it is through loving service to others. And the great thing about being of loving service to others is the more that you concentrate on that, the more you'll find that everything that you want and need in life will flow to you. It's a natural law. It's as certain as the law of gravity. And so that's what our little prayer is about. It's about helping us on that path to loving service to others, which in turn not only helps other people become happy, but it brings true happiness into your life, and everything that you need to be happy will come to you. Okay. Before we have that little prayer and the affirmation, let me welcome everybody. Whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay, you are loved and welcome. And it doesn't matter whether you are a citizen, a visitor, a guest, whatever. Everybody here is treated as equal, whether they are a citizen or not. Okay? To us, you are all human beings, all part of one big family, all linked together. And the great thing about the family of humanity is that because of that fact that we're all linked together, you can't be of service to someone else without it being of service to your own self. So let's welcome you. And we have some people that are in our live now, letting us know they're here and letting us know kindly where they're from, so that we can welcome them. And people like to see that we are, in fact, a global opportunity, a global nation, welcoming people from all over the world. And we've got Ramachandra in from Watford in England, Ron from Amsterdam in Holland, Peter from Cameroon, Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal, Maureen from London in England, Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA, Don from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada, Nankiet from Nigeria, Werner from South Africa, and we've got somebody, it's Leon in California, USA. And we've got Bozina in from Edinburgh in Scotland, Peter from Kettering in England, Parmahan from Suriname, Norman from Doncaster, England. Leon sounds like he's about as accomplished with technicalities and social media and things as I am. He says, I don't know where that 12 by 12 by 144 comes from, but it should be 12 times 12 equals 144, really, shouldn't it? Okay. And then we've got Eric in from Gatineau in Quebec in Canada. So having welcomed the people that are in the comments, you don't have to post in the comment, but it's nice if you do. Let people know who you are and where you're from. Everybody's interested. And of course, if you've got any questions, pop them into the comments and we'll get them answered for you. Okay? So let's get started now with that little prayer and then that affirmation, and then we'll bring you up to date with where we are today, what's been going on, and what we hope to accomplish tomorrow. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member, that they may find the joy of service, and through service, attract into their lives true happiness and everything they want and need. Amen. And our little affirmation. We're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay. Right. Finally, we do have the KYC loaded and operational. As I mentioned yesterday, there are one or two features that we expected to be there that they want to charge us additional fees for, and we're not prepared to pay them. It already costs us $2 for everyone that goes through that KYC. And it costs us $2 if they're rejected, and if they go again and they're rejected again, it costs us another $2. And we're only prepared to allow you 2 failed attempts. If you have 2 failed attempts, then you're going to have to pay your own verification. We can't justify paying unlimited attempts for people. Most people are having no trouble. We've had a lot of people already going through the system and verifying their ID. So the answer is, if you're going to do it, make sure you do it right. Make sure that you follow the instructions that are there and follow them to the letter, and you will find that things will work for you, and you shouldn't have any problem. If you're having problems, it's because you're not following instructions. Okay? So we will only allow you 2 failed attempts. After that, you're going to have to pay for it yourself. It would be unfair to every other member to allow people unlimited attempts, and essentially for every other member to pay towards your unfailed or unsuccessful, not unfailed, unsuccessful attempts. Okay. Further, there is no requirement or need to do your KYC until you want to make a withdrawal. And you can do it in advance, no problem with that. But you don't need to do it until you need to make a withdrawal. You won't be able to withdraw funds from our community to the geographical nation that you live in, or to the blockchain and convert it into different currencies whether crypto or fiat or whatever else, unless you have verified your identity. Okay, so that is what we've been on today. The withdrawal fee that we were using, that there is a $2 fee for every withdrawal. We don't need a full $2, but there are costs involved in the withdrawals, obviously. But that $2 fee was going into the bank for assisted entries in the 777 plan. And we put it there temporarily because it was doing some good there while we were waiting to get the KYC sorted out. The withdrawal fees will in future be going into an account which will help us to fund the KYC verifications with the new system. So it will mean that there's a little bit less going into the 777 plan. But basically, it's all in one pot anyway. It's all treasury funds, whether we use it for those assisted entries, or whether we use it for development, or whether we use it for the fees for the KYC or anything else. It all comes out of the same pot anyway. But we try and, or we are attempting to balance different areas so that they are directly funding themselves. You probably have different taxes in your country, and they all go into the same pot, and the government squanders them on whatever they choose. That's a bit cynical, but it's basically true. What we are trying to do with our government is to say, okay, because you need to be KYC to withdraw funds so that we are covered for money laundering and things like that. The fee that you pay there will help fund the KYC stuff. It's all interlinked. And with anything else that we achieve or we generate income from a specific area, if it is a specific area, we try and allocate it to that area of benefit for the members. So I just thought I'd bring you up to date on that. Okay, let's see. We've got Kingsley in from Manchester in England. Werner says, my KYC don't give me an option to KYC. It says directly, I already have 2 attempts on my first try, and then I go back to my dashboard. I don't understand how that can happen, but put in a support ticket with the full explanation, and we'll check it. Okay. It will be recorded if you have had KYC attempts, and it will be recorded if you haven't, or there won't be any recording if you haven't. So put in a support ticket and we will check everything out. Okay. We can't do anything with it here. But if you follow the instructions on the KYC, it will work, and it will work efficiently, correctly, and quickly. If somebody that says technically what's the best word? I can't be bothered with technicalities. I don't want to learn them. I'm not interested in them. And so anything that gets even slightly technical presents a challenge, because I have this block about it, and I don't want to be knowing it. But if somebody that is technically challenged like me in that way can do the KYC and get it completed pretty quickly, then I think anybody can do it. All you've got to do is follow the instructions. Now, if there is a fault and something happens like Werner's described, where it says he's already had the attempts, then we'll look into that. But it is all recorded. It is a very professional system, and a very comprehensive and complete system. But we can only afford to give people two chances. Should only take one. So that's all we're really budgeted for, is for one chance, $2 per head. But we accept that occasionally people can make an error or something. Learn from it, don't make the same error, get it right on your second attempt, and then there's no problem for you. Okay? Right. If there are things outside of that are not correct, then you will need to put in a support ticket, and it will need to be looked at and checked from the development side. Okay? So it is in place now. And I see we've got Andrew just come in from Auckland in New Zealand. I believe a very lovely city. I've never been to New Zealand. It's on my to-do list. Whether I'll get round to it or not ever, I don't know. Okay. What else? Let's give you the numbers, because that might bring up something, and then if we've got any questions, then I can answer them. We've got Itsuni in from Nigeria, I think. Last day I asked for my money. You have not replied to me clear. In other platforms you earn from promotion and from referral commission. You told me you don't have money. We don't have any funds that are available for withdrawals from your ShareHope wallet. Everything that we have in that liquidity pool is for people that have funds in their available cash wallet, and they've done something to achieve that. So if you didn't need the tokens, then you shouldn't have bought them. I can't help you with that. You will have to wait until we generate the income that will allow us to help the people that helped us by buying the nest eggs. It's no good keep coming here and complaining about it, because the answer is the same for everybody. If you were an isolated case, it wouldn't be too much difficulty to raise $250 and pay you. But you're not an isolated case. We have hundreds of people that bought nest egg tokens, and it would be wrong to let one person withdraw them and not everybody else. So when we do it for everybody. It's always been the case. What we do for one, we do for all. And that being the case, everybody is in the same situation and everybody has to wait. Okay? You did not scam me. No, I didn't scam you. We've not scammed anybody. You bought tokens and you have them in your wallet. You can help yourself to release them by using the ShareHope plan. You can generate income from that without even being a paid member of it, by helping the community and helping yourself in that way. I regret that we can't just pay everybody every time they say, I want to withdraw my tokens. But it is something that is not possible. We don't have the funds. We have hundreds of people, maybe even thousands, that bought Nest Egg. I don't think it runs into thousands, but certainly many hundreds of people that bought Nest Egg token, and some of them multiple occasions. And if we only had 500 people and they wanted $100 each on average, and it's probably more than that, that requires $50,000, and we simply don't have that fund. I will complain because my hard money I borrow and give you why you keep more money. I've tried to explain that to you, and you bought something that you have that you now can't sell at this moment in time. That is the situation. You can complain, and I apologize that that is the situation. But I can't change that situation. I don't have a magic wand. Okay? Right, here's the numbers. And you should never borrow money. Nobody ever asked anybody to borrow money to get involved in anything that we do. So you shouldn't have borrowed money. That I regret that you did it, but we certainly didn't encourage you to do that. And you shouldn't have done it. Okay. I just tried to log into my share. Hope I can't get in. I don't usually have a problem. I don't know why, Maureen. You'll have to put in a support ticket if the problem continues. But often, sometimes there's something in your browser cache that can cause that. Try using a different browser or an incognito window and see if you can get in there. Okay? Thank you for waiting for 5 years, but you haven't been waiting 5 years because we didn't have any Nest Egg plans 5 years ago. We weren't even in existence 5 years ago. So once again, I understand where you're coming from. I can't do anything about it. It's no good you being on here because it won't get you anywhere. We will get to you as soon as we possibly can. And if you are prepared to help us, we'll get there quicker. If you are prepared to do something for yourself, you'll get there quicker. If not, then you'll have to continue waiting. I'm sorry, that's all there is. Okay. Numbers. We have an increase of 3 in our Share Hope program. In the last 24 hours, we now have 455 members in there. Tomorrow, we will be running the matrix for that. And we need to get a message out as early as possible tomorrow. When I say we, I mean me. Explaining that the matrix will be run at 5 p.m. and to benefit from the power line, people need to upgrade before then. We have an increase of 58 in our 777 plan to 20,619, an increase of 47 in our registered members to 46,817. The registered members will be coming down. We have a lot of people that have never even logged in, never verified their email included in that total. And they're just taking up space, which is of no purpose, no service to them, no service to us. And I have asked Devyani to write a program to remove them. What we'll do is we will email everybody and say, you know, you've not, they'll get an email after 7 days. If they've not done their email verification in 7 days' time, they'll get an email saying, if you don't verify your email, and we'll give them a link to do that, then you will be removed from the system completely. And if you want to benefit from being a citizen, you would have to re-register. Okay, so that number will come down significantly. I don't know how many, but I'm sure it's well into many hundreds of people that have not verified their email. What else have we got? Multiply WISA, same, and the membership levels. The logging in, we did get a revenue share, which took us into 10,511 in the bonus pool. Multiply WISA is, as I mentioned the other day, I removed it from the multiple income streams until we get that properly working again, move the WISA tokens with controlled liquidity and value onto another blockchain to help everybody again. Okay. Who else have we got in here now? We've got Checo. What's the use of my WISA token in my WeShare Abundance? You don't have WISA tokens anymore in WeShare Abundance. You have ShareHope tokens. If that's what you're referring to, you have ShareHope tokens in your ShareHope wallet. They are a wealth fund for you for the future, but you can access them now by creating your own liquidity pool using the ShareHope plan. Okay. Eric says, please stop complaining. I've withdrawn in the past and Graham is there every day facing the music and answering questions about being honest. Thanks, Graham, and the background team for the great work you are doing. Thank you, Eric. But the people are entitled to ask the questions, but they must accept the answers, even if the answer isn't one that you want to hear. It's the truth. I can't lie to you and say, okay, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. I'm not a politician. If I was, I could do that. I could say, you know, we're going to make everything great for you. Just vote for me, you know. But that isn't the case. We are working consistently to improve things and get things to the best position we possibly can. And the more help we get from every member, the faster we'll get there. But you are entitled to your thoughts. You're entitled to bring them up here. Ask your questions, but you must be prepared to accept the honest answer for what it is. It's no good going on that's telling me that you want a different answer, because there isn't a different answer unless I tell lies, and I'm not prepared to do that. Okay. Checo, you are really trying. You keep on updating us every day. I'm not sure whether you mean really trying in a good way or a bad way, but Checo from Nigeria, we will get where we want to go, but I can't give you a time frame for it. If we'd have had less negativity in the past and more positivity, there were opportunities that were presented to us that people backed out of, that would have meant that we wouldn't be having this conversation now. People backed out of them because there was so much negativity from members online. Some very wealthy people that wanted to get involved, and unfortunately we lost that opportunity due to members shooting themselves in the foot. Not every member, of course, but the ones that complain are usually the loudest, and unfortunately they make life difficult for everybody else. But regardless of the difficulties, we will overcome them. It only makes us stronger as we do overcome them. Maureen says, yes, all okay, used a different browser. Yeah, I don't understand the technicalities of it, Maureen, but I know that things like that have happened to me, not particularly with our program, but with other programs. It may have happened with ours, I don't know. It happened at one time a lot for me with our support desk. I couldn't log into the support desk. And yet if I went in a different browser, I could. Why? I don't know. I don't understand it fully. But usually after a while, the original browser starts working again. So it's something stored in the browser that causes it. How and why, I have no idea. So I couldn't tell you how to clear it from that browser, but I'm glad you got in. Okay. And we got Checo there saying, okay. Yeah, thanks for your questions, everybody. They are appreciated, and we are trying to do things as we can. You should know that we have another vehicle, which is due to be coming up sooner or later. But it should be, I would have thought, this year. Now, it may be even this month, but it may be unlikely to be this month. It may be next month. It may be the month after. But I think in the next 3 months, that vehicle will be available. And that is $125,000. Now, we're not going to be able to realize that full amount in dollars when we have to buy and sell a vehicle. But I think the experience that we got from this first vehicle will help us to get a better percentage. We'll just have to see what we can get out of it. But when we get that fund, that is another windfall, if you like, $100,000, and it will help to repay some of the debts that we have to so many members. And if we had, as people think, all that money comes in and we just stockpile it and it's all there in some Swiss bank account or something for me to run off with at some time. If I'd wanted to do that, I'd have run off with it 3-4 years ago. But we didn't. We paid out. Everything that comes in goes out one way or another to members. Just keeping the site alive and operational costs a lot of money every month. The thing that we're concentrating on making sure of is that whenever anybody earns a commission or creates liquidity for their tokens, we have the funds to cover that, because you can't go out into the wide world and sell ShareHope tokens because most people don't even know they exist. And so it would be very difficult to go out into the wide world and sell them at this moment in time. There'll come a time when you can, but currently the only people that would buy your tokens is ourselves, and we have to have that pool of liquidity to say, okay, if you want to cash your tokens in for USDT, we'll do it for you. And that we have a fund, and our main objective is to make sure that that fund is always stacked up to the level of our obligation to the members from their available cash wallet and so on. So any commission that you earn goes into your available cash wallet. It means we check the values of that available cash wallet on a regular basis, and we check the values of our liquidity pool, and we have to make sure that they're balanced. And that is our main priority with funds that we have at the moment. Now, when we get additional funds like something like that $125,000 vehicle, whenever it does land, then that is a bonus, and we can use those funds in different ways to help repay the members that we truly appreciate the help that they've given us. And it would be lovely if we had sufficient funds to just pay them all off now, but we don't. So, but we can take that 100,000 and then use it in the best way that we possibly can to help the members that have helped us. And so that is one bonus that will be coming in the not too distant future, possibly even this month, but I have my doubts about that. The car was ordered on the 7th of May, I think, last year. And at that time, it was supposed to be delivered in 12 months, and then they changed it to sometime after 12 months. Well, I think the last vehicles that went out were the 2nd or 3rd of May. It just depends how many more there are, perhaps from the 3rd of May and the 4th and the 5th and the 6th. Because those have got to be sorted out and done before they get to the 7th, which is when our vehicle will be up there and available to be bought and sold, and boost our treasury, which will then once again help us do something for our members. Okay. Don Wilson says it could be if you are using a VIP, the KYC process will fail. I don't know enough about it to know that, but make sure that you're doing things the right way is all I can say. You shouldn't be masking, you shouldn't be hiding anything, you shouldn't be trying to hide anything. When you're asked to take a photograph showing the whole document, make sure you do what it says. Take a photograph showing the whole document and make sure that it can be read. And I think when you upload it, you get a chance to see if it can be read. And I think they even come back and say it's not good. Have another go at it. But really, the process works exceptionally well. If it's not working, you're doing something wrong. And Don has come up with something that could be happening. Not sure what a VIP is, but there you go. Okay. I think it's, I don't think it is VIP. I think it's virtual. Might be virtual IP address or something like that, is it called? I don't really understand how that works, but apparently that is where you can pretend you're in a different country than you actually are, which I suppose is dishonest, isn't it? Okay. VPN, that's the one. Yeah, VPN. I thought it wasn't VIP, virtual private network. And that's the thing. Okay. So Eric and Bazina both come in with solutions for that. Both far more knowledgeable than me, should be sat here really. And I'll stick with it until we get where we are going. Okay. God bless. I can't see any more questions. That's where we are. And we will continue to move forward. We will continue to get things as good as we can for all our citizens. That is our one and only objective, is to help our citizens. Once we've achieved that and we can help all our citizens, then we can go beyond that. But right now, we have to get all our citizens in pocket. And that is our main objective. And we'll just see how long it takes, okay? But we'll get there. God bless. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. In our Facebook page. Until then, God bless you all. I love you all. And I will never, ever stop working for you until you are all in profit. God bless. And I'll see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Yeah. In a wild